Hey YouTube, it's Money Mindset Coach. My name is Valerie. I have been a real estate agent selling existing homes. I worked in new home sales too. I probably did that for 17 years, I think. I was in that for a long time. I was a hairdresser for 10 years. Um, I have I've done quite a bit. I'm a woman in her 60s, divorced after a long-term marriage, grew my hair out, so I'm not coloring my hair anymore. I just have a lot to say, and I'm hoping that what I say might be of some value. I'm hoping. So, today is kind of a departure from what I normally talk about because I usually talk about finances and decluttering and minimalism and stuff like that. And today it's like I want to talk about the book that I'm reading on Audible. And I mean, I truly believe in the frugal thing to do is to go to the library, and I have done that. But I do have a subscription to Audible, and I really love them. I love it. It's $14.99 a month, but I like to read a physical book. There is nothing, I will never not want to do that. But there's times where you're cleaning your house, you're driving somewhere, and in a car nowadays, you got your phone, you got your cell phone. Live in such a different time now. And so you can be driving down the road, and I'm driving to St. Louis a lot. And so I'm putting some miles on my car when I do that. And I can listen to a podcast. I can listen to any of the books that I have on Audible at any time. So I'm just wanting to tell you about the book that I'm listening to right now. It is Barbra Streisand's memoir. I Am Barbara. And I have been a fan of Barbra Streisand since A Star is Born, probably even before that, The Way We Were. I couldn't even listen to that song on the radio without crying. I love the song The Way We Were. The beginning of it would start. I could be in a grocery store and I would tear up. And who didn't love Robert Redford? I've been in love with him for years. So, but A Star is Born, me and a friend of mine, we went to go see that movie. I don't know how many times in the theater. It was so good. And I have the album. So anyway, that's my book for this month. And the crazy thing is, it's 48 hours. And I was like, wow. I heard somebody else on a podcast talking about reading this book, and they said, oh, yeah, I have it on Audible. It's 48 hours. Most books on Audible are going to be anywhere from 5 to 8 hours. If you get more than 8 hours, you feel like, wow, I've really gotten a good book for $14.99. This book is a $45 book that I got for $14.99. It's like, oh my gosh, I got it for $14.99. It's like, it's awesome. So anyway, I think I'm in chapter 52 now or something. But I work in a kitchen boutique, and there was this lady that came in last week, and had Barbra Streisand playing. I told Alexa, play Barbra Streisand. So anyway, they were playing her music, and this lady came in, and she said, oh my gosh, she said, I have her memoir. My daughter-in-law bought it for me, but she got the book. And I said to her, I've been dying to know how many pages that book is because I've got it on Audible and it's 48 hours. And she said it's 995 pages. Big book. Very heavy. She says she's loaned it out a couple times and people have brought it back and they're saying it's too heavy to carry around. Now, this lady is 87 years old, so she was amazing anyway, because she was walking around that store like nobody's business. I mean, she was walking around the store like me. She wasn't walking around like an 87-year-old woman, or the image in your head of what you think an 87-year-old woman would look like. So anyway, but I'm reading her book. Well, I'm listening to her book. And the neat thing is, you hear her voice. She's like reading it to you. It's absolutely amazing. And I love her attitude. She just wants to set the record straight. She just wants to set it straight because there have been some things that have been written that aren't true. And so this is her way. And I think she's like 80, 81 years old. I'm sorry, but when you hear this book, you would not know that this woman was 80 years old. She sounds like she always has. It is absolutely amazing. And she talks about some really hard things. I mean, she does get into politics, and I love politics. But usually when I'm reading a book, I don't want to hear about it. And she does tend to talk about it a little bit. She is a Democrat. I am to a point. I'm not going to get into politics here. I'm not going to get into any of those things. But she just is delightful. And to hear her talk about the songs, and I think right at this point in the book, it was right after she and James Brolin got married. She had done, at that point in time, and I don't know how long they've been married, but at that point in time, she had done 50 albums. I have one. I have A Star is Born. But after she's been talking about some of these other albums, I don't think I was aware of some of these other albums that she's done, but there are some really good ones that I want to get some more Barbra Streisand albums. And maybe when I have a birthday, when there's Christmas or Mother's Day, that's what I could tell my boys. I could say, hey, I want this album by Barbra Streisand. The one that I have of Stars Born, I had all these albums that I ended up getting rid of after playing albums. Really? I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Albums were kind of out, and cassettes, and then CDs were really big. Now albums are coming back. So I have a bunch of albums now, but I've gotten every one of them at the thrift store. I have pretty much every John Denver album that he ever did. And because I get 30% off, all the albums are $1. So I end up paying 70 cents for every album that I have out in my living room. So that's great. But I did end up finding A Star is Born album. And oh my gosh, of all the albums that she made, that was my favorite. So anyway, I don't think I got a lot of sleep last night. You know what I did? I did 2 videos last night late. It was like 11 o'clock. I can't do that. That's why this is in the afternoon. I can't do that because I was so energized after doing my videos and then watching a couple of the other ones and writing down what it was that I was talking about. I got into bed and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning before I got to sleep. So that is why I'm yawning. I'm so sorry. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you that I'm listening to Barbra Streisand's memoir, and it is absolutely fabulous. If you are a fan, and even if you're not, maybe you don't like her all that much, you will be surprised. She's incredible. She's absolutely incredible, and I have such respect for her work ethic, for everything. And her voice, Celine Dion, Whitney Houston, they are like the top when it comes to female voices. I don't think anybody compares. Lady Gaga is really good, but yeah, amazing, amazing voice. I think I used to put the Stars Born record on and I'd have my hairbrush and I would sing along with Barbara, and I'd really be trying to hit the notes that she hits. I'd try to hold them as long as she does. It was good training. I felt like I was singing with her. But I was always in choirs and I was always in chorale, and I did solos in church, that kind of thing. But compared to her, and she didn't even think she had a voice. She just wanted to be an actress. And then they're like, is there anything else you can do? Can you sing? She's like, oh, well, okay, I'll sing. And she was blowing them away. She didn't even know that she had the voice she had. She just wanted to be an actress. And so it's an incredible book. I highly recommend it. And, before I go, this is my no buying clothes for the year 2024. What I am wearing, oh shoot, I forgot to look. That's what I forgot to do. I think it's Apartment 9. I really like Apartment 9. But the reason that I bought this, because I always explain why I bought something, because a lot of reasons of why I bought it is why I still have it, because I still like it. But this is a sweater. It is long sleeved, but it's lightweight. It's not heavy. So I like that. But the interesting thing, there's always a thing of interest, and I'm going to have to get farther back here for you to see what the interest is. But it has like a shirt tail kind of thing, and then it comes down lower in the back, and there's like a pleat there. And this was like, it's my black and white, which black and white I really love. And I think black looks really good next to my hair, kind of that contrast. Um, and a lot of times I'll buy something because I don't have anything else that looks like it. I don't want a closet full of things that all look alike. I like everything to look different. I like a lot of variety. I like things to look different. I like things to have interest. And if it's the neckline, if it's the buttons, if it's this shirt tail kind of thing, I'm just looking for something that has a lot of interest to it. That's my favorite thing. That's why I like to buy clothes, and that's why I go to the thrift store, because I tell you, I'm a medium. It's pretty much the size I am. And what I will do at the thrift store is I will start at one end. I'm not doing that now. Next year I will. And then I'll show you some of the stuff I get. But when I've been going in there, most of what you see, this was from the thrift store. I start at one end and I go through every single thing on the rack that is medium size. I look at everything. There is not one thing that I'm going to miss. And I pick out the right color. I go with 3/4 or long. It has to be a certain length. It can't be too where I have to fuss with it. So it has to pass certain tests. And then I will have them all in my cart. And then at the very end, I'll look at every one of them and I'll look at them again. And I pretty much will take a couple and put them back. But I have to say that when it comes to color, there's a book. I don't have this book anymore. I got this book back in the 70s. It was amazing. It was called Color Me Beautiful, where she talks about the seasons. I may have talked about this in another video, I don't know. But it was amazing once I read this book. because I found that I was the winter season. My sister was autumn. I was winter. So basically, I couldn't wear the same clothes that she wore. I couldn't wear the same color. I had brown hair and brown eyes, and I kept trying to wear beige and brown, and I couldn't understand why I didn't look good in those colors. I just didn't. But if I was wearing black, if I was wearing a true white, true red, all the colors that I wear have to be true. Like a red, for instance, cannot be an orangey red. That won't look good on me. It has to be a true red. But I found that vibrant colors and black and white. So that's the other thing. Once you know what colors you can wear, you go into a place like a thrift store and you go down the line, you don't even look at the thing that is not the right color. I go right by it. I don't care. I don't care what it looks like. If it's the wrong color, I think that's number one. Yeah, that is number one. I only pick what's the right color. Then I look at it for interest, the sleeves, all that. And then I go down from there. And so basically, yeah, that's kind of how I do it. And it's very easy to not get hung up on something. If you're only looking at certain colors, very easy to pass by the colors that don't work for you. And then you're going to wear that thing, you're going to love it, and it's going to stay in your closet for a long time. The other thing I want to say before I go, because I was thinking about this, I watch a woman, she's in her 50s, she's younger than me, but it's Kay Harm's Dressed for My Day. And some of you, I'm sure, watch her. She's awesome. And I was watching her the other day, and see, because I'm not buying clothes, I watch her primarily to see kind of what's in style and what's kind of trending and all this kind of stuff. Well, then what I do is I look at what she's talking about, and then I go to my closet and see if there's anything in there that looks like what she's talking about. And a lot of what she's talking about, I have. And so she had a video last week that had the blue and white striped, and I wore it in a video. She had a top on in one of her videos that looked exactly like it. Well, that top I got at a thrift store. I didn't pay hardly anything for it. So I was really psyched when I saw, oh, she's wearing something. I have that. I have something that looks just like that. The material even looked the same. So that is why I'm watching her show, her YouTube channel, is to see what's in style, to see what the colors are, to see kind of how to put things together. And then I go to my closet and see what I already have. Because I tell you, there are women who have a boatload of money that literally, right now, they are going and buying a whole new wardrobe and getting rid of everything that they already had, which is probably awesome stuff. I tend to keep what I have and have in my closet for a very long time until I'm tired of it. And then donate it. Bless it. Bless somebody else with it, because they're going to be thrilled. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But clothes is kind of my thing. I love clothes. I love wearing them. Actually, where I work, there are shirts that have the name of the boutique on it. And I was kind of sad when I first saw that, because I was like, well, I like dressing too much. I don't like uniforms. I don't like some. I don't like to wear the same thing all the time. I worked up in a surgery department where you wore scrubs every day. I hated that. I loved the job, but I didn't like that. I love to get dressed. I like the jewelry. I like the hair. I have a lot of different reading glasses. You'll probably see that too. And oh, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. And so I said to my bosses, I said, well, I really like to dress with my clothes and stuff. I really enjoy getting dressed for work. And they said, oh, don't worry about it. Sure, you can wear your own clothes. If you're working on a weekend, yeah, wear the stuff that has the name on it on our busy days. But like during the week, I don't have to. So I will on occasion. Sometimes I get up in the morning and I can't make up my mind. Well, that's easy. I just grab one of the shirts that's for the store and I put that on for that day. It's okay. But they're not feminine. They don't really have any interest to them. And that's a thing with me. If you've seen me talk about my clothes, I gotta have that interest. Gotta have those nice buttons. Just gotta have it. So anyway, that's all for now. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. I don't know how often I'm going to be putting videos out. I really don't know. It all depends on how much I got to say, I guess. At least once a week, I think. But anyway, I am so enjoying doing this. I think we're a YouTube family. I just positively love it. And so I'm so enjoying being here and saying some of the things that I've learned over 60 some years of my life. I've learned a lot. And I've learned to not sweat the small stuff because it's kind of all small stuff. And don't take yourself too seriously. Life is too short to get all bent out of shape about something that my boyfriend has actually helped me with that. He is the one who says, that's not your problem. I tend to worry about things. I tend to be concerned for other people. Even when there's nothing that I can do for them, I still am concerned. I still worry about them. And he's been the one to tell me, it's not your problem. There's nothing you can do. So don't tie yourself into knots and get all stressed about something you can't do anything about. Do what you can. I believe in doing what you can. But you can't fix other people's problems. You just can't. And believe me, I wish I could, because I would. So anyway, that's all for now. Use it up, wear it out, make it do without. Till next time.